everybody. Welcome to On the Edge of Entertainment. Today I have the biggest diva on the show, and so I'm really excited. So I thought that I would dress up too. So, everybody, I am introducing Elliot Puckett of Dallas, Texas.
Hello, you look incredible today.
Well, hello. Thank you. So do you. You look
Thank you.
amazing. I love the red.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, I'm so excited to have you. I think the last time that I saw you, you were this 10-foot goddess at the HRC benefit.
Yes.
So that should
Yes.
be coming up again right about now, and we're not able to do it, right?
I know. I know. It's so unfortunate. I mean, everything is, our lives have changed and we've had to create a new normal, but I feel like a lot of people have reconnected with each other through this, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we're getting to do things that we don't get to do for ourselves, and that is a nice thing for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just so excited to have you because I am a fan and I just think
Thank
you're
you.
uber talented and you're portraying this incredible showgirl in Las Vegas now, all the way from Dallas, Texas. And why
Yes.
don't you tell us like how you got your start and why you decided to move to Las Vegas?
Yeah, well, I grew up as a trained dancer. I've been training in ballet, tap, jazz, everything across the board since I was 5 years old. So my
Wow.
path has always been leading me to entertainment. And so, but growing up on a farm in Texas, there really wasn't a whole lot of opportunity. So when I turned 21, I auditioned for a cruise line and worked as a dancer for them for about 2 years. And a lot of people, when they leave ships, they kind of gravitate towards Las Vegas because it has ship mentality. You have the buffets and the casinos and the shows, and so it has a natural feeling because it feels familiar, but you get to go home at night, and so that's the
Uh-huh.
benefit of
It's
difference
true.
between ships and Vegas. So I just decided I wanted to come out here and see what I could do and see if I could make it. And I've been here for about 2 years now.
Okay, so 2 years from the ships. Here's the deal. I have been on ships and I have worked with
Yes.
dancers such as yourself. And honestly, they're so highly trained when you're on a ship to do so many different styles. I mean, you have to be really a fantastic dancer. And I think that's where you are set apart maybe from others that do what you do because you are so uber talented. I think I saw you online one time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Were you doing a Britney Spears like dance thing?
Yes.
I want that video. I want to post that video with this. If you can post it, it would be awesome.
Absolutely. No, Brittany, like as a child, Brittany was my Madonna because, I grew up in the late 90s. And so I saw this girl who was doing double turns and high kicks and back walkovers. And I was like, oh my goodness, she's a dancer too. And so Brittany was like a huge thing for me. And so I've been hired a lot of events to do Britney, which is such like a full circle moment for me. And so I love performing as her. And, she always had such a great energy and a great stage presence. And I really respond to that.
Yes, definitely, definitely. In fact, we had Katie Murdoch on here.
I
Um,
love
I
her.
know. And so, yeah, it's too bad I didn't get to hook you guys up together at the same time. But we
Yeah.
have a really cute picture together.
One, two. We got a bunch of people in the back. Oh no. They moved now. One, two,
Oh
We're
my
on the
gosh,
red
it's so nice to
carpet
see
at the
you.
HRC Blonde Invasion. So you made the leap to Las Vegas, and I'm guessing it's because you're so talented that you were able to get in with some really big people. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I didn't move to Vegas with the intention of doing drag professionally. I moved to Vegas to audition for shows as a male dancer. But when you go to an audition and you're a little bit more petite like me, and you're standing next to somebody in an audition for a male position who looks like Terry Crews, it's hard to stand out as a male dancer. So I decided to really just hone in on something that I knew I was really good at, which is drag. And I just decided to really pursue it very strongly. And so doing drag and being a trained dancer, it does set you apart a little bit from a lot of people. So I just kind of, it honestly was right time, right place. That's how a lot of Vegas is you just gotta know a couple of people and be there on a specific day and run into them and have a conversation, and it kind of leads to something. And a lot of the people that I've worked with, like Oscar winner Monique and Debbie Gibson, has really stemmed from just being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and I love Las Vegas for that, because it is a very small community in that we mostly do entertainment or something revolving around entertainment here. So it just seems like no matter who you meet, even if you're dancing with somebody on a weekly basis one year, the next year they're the host of a casino hiring you to do jobs. So it's really a nice community for that, and it's hard to break into,
Yeah.
but if you have talent, I think you can,
Yeah, it honestly is just, like I said, I've been here over 2 years, and I really didn't start getting these big opportunities until about a year and a half in. So, yeah, so I mean, it is just, breaking into it, making a name for yourself, becoming familiar with, the territory and the different people. And like I said, knowing the right people is such a huge part of, the experience as an entertainer. It truly is just, knowing the right people.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about the drag thing. Are you like a character? Do you have some kind of a name that you go by, or do you have all different characters, or how does that work?
Well, for me, I'm an enigma. Like, I have a very different approach to drag. And this is just me specifically. This isn't for everyone. Because I come from a dance background, when I'm on stage in a country western themed show, I don't have a different name. I don't go by Billy Bob all of a sudden. I don't have a different persona or anything like that. It's just me in a costume. And so I've kind of adapted that into my drag, because that's just my mindset with performance art.
Nice.
And so I know so many queens that use drag as kind of like a suit of armor. But because I've been a performer my whole life, being on stage is my suit of armor. So it didn't matter what costume I was in or what I was wearing or what number I was doing. Just being on stage was enough for me. So I kind of stuck with just my real name, Elliot, because not only was it more commercial for me, because I was able to get in contact with people through social media, and I didn't have to have multiple profiles and different names and people going, oh, what was that one queen's name again? I can't remember. It's just worked out a lot for me specifically, to just use my real name. And when I'm dressed up, it is just me in a costume. And that's my mindset behind it. It's like me, but it's like when you find, a brand new dress and it's so beautiful, and you just feel kind of elevated. It's still you, but you just feel a little bit more elevated. That's how I feel in drag. It's me, the same as whether I'm in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt or in an evening gown. It's me, but just plus.
I like that. And I feel the same way. And sometimes my characters make me feel that I can do things that I normally can't do. I actually grew up with really bad shyness.
Really?
Yeah, and the first time I actually really lucked out, and I got in a big show as Madonna. And the next thing that happened was I wasn't shy, and it just kind of blew me away. And I think it's just because when we get into these different looks, we become a different persona, and like you say, a little bit more than you are, a little bit extra, or a little tweak on different characters. Do you do a lot of different characters?
My very first drag performance ever was Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Lady Gaga, just the way that she just explodes on stage. Like she goes so hard when she's on stage. She broke her hip during a live concert and she just kept going. Were you there at that concert?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Like that to me, like that's how I am on stage. Like I don't care if my costume rips. I don't care if I high kicked an eyebrow off. Like it's just I keep going because it's that adrenaline. It's what fuels my fire is being on stage. And so Lady Gaga, she just has this explosive energy on stage, and I was moved by her choreography. I was moved by her music. I was moved by her message. And so Lady Gaga is like one of my go-tos that I'm so passionate about her as an artist and her artistry. And I consider myself more of a commercial queen. So I like to perform what's really popular at a certain time because it's my job to entertain the audience. And so whatever's really big and whatever's really popular and what people are really enjoying at that time is usually what I'll do because I'm an entertainer and I'm there to entertain people.
All right. Well, think about something like a funny moment. And in the meantime, I am going to switch over and show people some great pictures of you. Hold on. All right. Are you seeing the picture?
Yes.
I love this.
Thank you.
It's like a beauty queen. You know what? I have that outfit in silver.
I know. It's a good go-to outfit for a lot of people. This was actually a photo that I took after winning Miss Absolute 2019. It was a pageant locally here in Vegas. And I just thought, why not? Let me try out for something different because I'd never done pageants before. And so I thought, why not?
Well, you totally look like a beauty queen for sure.
Thank
I can
you.
see why you won.
Thank you.
All right. And this next photo, this looks like something out of Vogue or something.
Thank you. I actually just took this picture this past week.
Oh, really?
While the strip was still like it wasn't as frowned upon to be out of the house as of recently, but the strip was still empty. So I called up my photographer friend and asked him if he wanted to go, run down the strip and see what we can do. And this is what we captured. And I think it's so amazing.
Wow. You must have a few other pictures that came out really nicely too.
Oh, yes, I do. The one in the top hat and the black gown. I don't know if you saw those, where I have the really short hair.
Coming up on that. Let's see. This one?
Yes, I changed out in the parking lot, out behind the mosaic.
The things we do for entertainment.
Yes, I stripped down in the parking lot outside of the mosaic and then walked all the way to New York in that, carrying those foxtails weigh about 30 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And my arms were so sore the next day.
And look at those shoes. I don't even know how you walk in those.
Just very carefully.
So where was this photo taken?
That is just one of the regular staircases that's in between one of the escalators right outside of New York. He overexposed the picture, so the lights that illuminate the steps just exploded.
Wow.
But it's just
I need
the regular
this photographer's number.
Yes, I will text him for
He's
you.
Awesome. Okay,
Thank you.
and this is to die for.
Thank you. This was at the my God, what was it? It was a huge convention that was at the Cosmopolitan, and this was for their after party, and they hired a few queens to just walk around at the after party upstairs on the balcony, the top floor at the Cosmo. And the photographer asked me if he could take my picture. I said, I didn't get dressed up not to be photographed, so go ahead.
Wow. I mean, for something to turn out this good when it's just kind of an impromptu thing is really amazing. Good for you. I'm glad you got it. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I'm always shocked. I'm always shocked when I see pictures of myself because I stare in the mirror for an hour and a half doing the transformation. So I don't see the extreme before and after that everyone else sees. So when I see pictures like this, I'm like, oh, okay, that is how I look.
That's what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, good. I'm doing a good job.
I think performance is somewhat of a manifestation, if you will. It's
Yes.
like you work on something, you put all your energy into something, and it becomes that thing. So to me, that's kind of, you manifest it by putting your energy and your work into it, which is really something to be said about life in general.
Yes, I've recently been very into the law of attraction. It's something, I always called it the universe, but now I understand that it's called the law of attraction. And because everything happens for a reason. That's what, working on ships, that's what everybody says to each other, is everything happens for a reason. Just one day you'll understand why, but it's something that, being in the right place, right time leads to gigs, leads to shows, leads to opportunities. It's all the universe.
Yep, you have to be out there making it happen, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So do you have a funny story to tell us about something that's happened to you that's goofy, or a claim to fame or something?
Yes. So it might be the Britney video you're talking about, where I did Slave for You. It was outside at a pool party. So when I was hired for the event, the director of it kind of was joking when he said, now we just got to find you a giant snake, ha 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 ha, for this event. And like 2 days later, I called him back and I said, so I have the snake. He said, excuse me, what? I said, yeah, my friend works for he's like the reptile guy that goes to libraries and birthday parties and stuff. And he has the big yellow snake. And he was like, oh my gosh. So I was so excited about it. And so then the number starts and I'm performing and I come out with the huge snake and it's just giant and everybody's losing their minds. And I'm just so in the moment that I'm not paying attention to the live snake that's on me. And it's slowly crawling off of me, off of my arms. So like 2/3 of it is hanging off the side and it's about to hit the ground. And I just kind of looked down at it and I'm like, oh my God, it's about to fall on the ground. So I had to pick it up and kind of wrap it around my torso and hold it like this.
And I don't think you want to do that with a boa constrictor. I think that's exactly what they want.
I know. I was like, it's going to hit the ground. Everyone's going to freak out because it's going to be crawling away. I was like, I'll sacrifice myself. It's fine.
Well, the things we do to put on a good performance, and
Absolutely.
kind of the things that people don't know that goes on behind the scenes that we make happen, or we make you not even realize something bad happened, because we pull it off and make stuff happen.
No one knew my life was in danger because I kept going.
Exactly. You're just having a great time.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, it has been so great to catch up with you. What have you been doing during this pandemic? Have you lost a lot of work? What were you doing before, and what do you plan on doing after?
Well, before this, I was working at in Fremont Street at a club called Cat's Meow. Every Tuesday, we had a show called Karaoke and Queens and Karaoke. And it was a full karaoke night, and in between every couple of karaoke singers, we would have a drag number.
Fun.
And so one of my really close friends, his name is JC Lopez, hosts it every Tuesday. And so it was wonderful to experience a different crowd and a different energy on Fremont Street. But right now, I've been filming a lot with my fiance. We do a little show called Boozy Beau and the Queen. And it's just kind of like a silly cooking show that we do on Facebook Live every once in a while, and it's a lot of fun. It's just something silly for me to get dressed up for because there's nothing else to do. So just gives me an opportunity to dress up, and but what's funny is my dog knows when I'm getting in drag. He thinks every time I get in drag, he thinks I'm leaving. So when we're filming our little show in the house, he's like having a panic attack because he thinks I'm about to leave, but I never go anywhere. So he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't understand, I'm not leaving, but he understands when I get in drag, I'm usually going to do a show. So he thinks I'm about to leave.
That is funny. And you know, just when he starts getting used to that and just figuring, okay, I guess she's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So then all of a sudden he's going to, the next time you go, he's just going to sit there and you're going to be like, aren't you going to, you know, miss me?
I know. It's going to be traumatizing for both of us when he realizes it and then I think he doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, great. It was so great to have you. And I want to put some, you know, some links to your pages and stuff beneath this video. But I will end the video here unless you have anything else to say.
No, it's bananas. Bananas.
Fish is bananas. Bananas.
Yeah.
Yes, I got the costume on today.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for having me. This
You're
was incredible.
welcome. Yeah, I'm so glad you could join me. And everyone out there, just follow along and check out the next person coming up. And dream, dare, and do it. Bye.
Bye.